the introduction of the iPhone. Ryan Burrow, though, is talking about the introduction of the driverless car. Good morning, Ryan Burrow.
Good morning. Yeah, mark this tape, because 10 years from now, and it's going to sound just absolutely bizarre, us talking about how strange autonomous vehicles are and how the federal government's actually trying to get involved with regulations on it. There are a couple things going on today with autonomous vehicles. First of all, we could get the full report from National Transportation Safety Board on what happened with that 40-year-old Navy SEAL who died in that Tesla S model last year. You remember that story? Driving an autonomous vehicle, and it broadsided a truck, and the driver died. They initially said that the driver had been alerted several times that he needed to keep his hands on the wheel. He was doing at least 9 miles over the speed limit at the time, and never enacted the brakes before the crash happened. So we're hoping to get a little more detail on that. Meanwhile, the Secretary of the Department of Transportation, Elaine Chao, is visiting the University of Michigan today, where she's going to be looking over some of the new technology and laying out the administration's plans with autonomous vehicles moving forward.
Lots of questions here, Ryan Burrow. One is, if I'm driving a driverless car, why do I have to keep my hands on the steering wheel?
Well, there are, safety measures in place that would require you to have some, ability to steer or apply the brake when needed, and that's the way that they're being developed now. Now, 10 years from now, that may not be the case, but the thought is you can text, you can email, you can do all that stuff, but you'll get a little buzz, and then all of a sudden, time to pay attention, and you will have to put your hands on the wheel.
I still think this could be a total disaster, because you drive in any major metropolitan city, even not a major metropolitan city, right? I mean, there are rules of the road that computers don't understand, right? I'm nudging forward, you're nudging forward, right? Traffic in Chicago could be a disaster if all these cars are driverless cars.
But you've also got this element of human error right now. I mean, I-65 from Chicago to Indianapolis, one of the deadliest roads, because people don't see that the trucks are stopped in front of them. They don't understand the construction. They don't understand all that. So, some people think, you may sacrifice a time or two with the computer running it, but on the other hand, you've got all these people who are texting while they're driving. They're not paying attention. They're yelling at their kids in the back seat. So, it is interesting. Now, I went to Wolcott, Iowa. Have you ever been to Wolcott, Iowa before? That's where the world's largest truck stop is. It's on I-80. I talked to some of the truckers there, and I asked them, do you fear that maybe 10, 20 years from now your job is gone, from automated vehicles? They think that, at least the people I spoke with, thinks it'll eventually be like pilots. You know how you can go on autopilot right now,
right.
But they still need a pilot to take off and land the plane. They say even pilots, probably that could be done automated, but people just want the assurance that there's someone physically there if needed. So they think that their jobs are still safe for now, but this is obviously something the shipping industry is looking into.
Ryan Burrow, how long, realistically, before there is a driverless car on a dealer lot?
Well, I mean, I can tell you right now that Tesla's working on it, Volvo's working on it. We've got Lyft is working on it. Uber is very interested in this kind of technology, and it really all comes down to them. Maybe we'll find out a little bit more today when the Secretary takes a tour of this University of Michigan facility.
That's Ryan Burrow. Ryan, have yourself a good day. Thanks for checking in.
Take care.
You got it.